3, 2, 1, go!
Qualification match number 16 officially underway here on the Curie division. We have game pieces being scored for both of these alliances. Looks like Red Alliance got some pieces of coral in tow. 54-60, the strike zone. Trying to score another piece of algae for the Blue Alliance. They'll get 2 pieces of coral down at the buzzer, up on level 4. Taking the advantage into teleoperated period is going to be the Blue Alliance with a score of 66-37. Red Alliance is going to strike first, coming out of the teleoperated period, or coming out of the autonomous period. Into teleop 1498, the Polar Pilots dropping off a piece of coral onto level 4 and grabbing a piece of algae along the way. 54-60, the Blue Alliance machine is going to head straight over to the processor to drop off a piece of coral for 6 points for the Blue Alliance. 58-13, Morpheus trying to reach themselves on over to grab a piece of algae off the floor and enter it into the Blue Alliance processor for their cooperation bonus. And both of these alliances will start making that progress as well. Looks like the human players are going to make their free throw attempts and sink it on in for a handful of points. A very good job to them. Back on the opposite side of the field for the Red Alliance. Looks like they're going to make their way on over. 1498, sinking another piece of coral onto level 2. They're going to try to descore some algae in the process. 5112, the Gondoliers from Rhode Island, making their way on over to try to use their ground pickup to retrieve another piece of coral, but they're going to weave their way on over and start going through the cages, potentially onto the Blue Alliance side of the field, and we'll see what they can do. 58-13, the Morpheus machine from Concord, New Hampshire, making their way on over to drop off a piece of coral along that bottom rung, along with their partner Strike Zone from Michigan, racing on through to grab another piece of algae, hopefully score it into the processor for the Blue Alliance for another 6 points. The human player will score that as well for 4 points for the opposing. A little over 30 seconds left to go, and Blue Alliance still maintaining their lead with a score of 157-130. Red Alliance still trying to play some catch-up. They've only got a handful of coral pieces left to be scored for level 4 to make up that distance. 1498 trying to shorten that as well for another 5 points for them. 35-01, the Firebots from California, sinking as well. They've got 1 open slot on level 4. Blue Alliance has 1 open slot on level 4 as well. Looks like their piece of coral has sunk down onto the reef. A little bit further they go. That's what means it's time for our end game. We are down to our final 5 seconds. We'll see if teams can pull themselves up right at the buzzer. Looks like we've got some Blue Alliance robots up in the air. Can Red Alliance join them? We'll find out as time expires. We'll be back with your official results. Blue Alliance taking home the win with a score of 212-166. Blue Alliance walking home with all 6 ranking points. A little bit of shakeup in the rankings, although they won 54-60 is going to sink down to number 8.